Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is the latest Scout Comics box. Every single month, Scout Comics releases a box of comics. Now, what's pretty cool is that a lot of it is their recent releases, either the previous month or the upcoming month. So you get a lot of cool stuff to check out. And what's really also nice is that they do tend to kind of like do runs. So if you start off in a series, you get each subsequent issue, which is super great to be able to keep up with stuff. I generally say that like if you're really into indie comics, this is pretty worth checking out. They tend to do a really good amount of releases in there. You get some stuff that's hard to get. Scout, it's not the most easiest publisher to get out in comic shops. So this is like just a cool opportunity to be able to go get indie comics, and usually some really solid indie comics as well. I think off the top of my head, there's like tend to be like 13 in each box. They do some really good packaging, as you can see. So, they also tend to show off what you're going to get in the upcoming boxes. I do my best to ignore that because I like to be surprised. So let's go and check out each of this. So we got Broken Eye. This one came out, I think, a couple weeks ago. If I remember right, it has something to do with like issues between Ireland and Britain. I forgot, it was like maybe in the 70s it takes place in Ireland, and there's like an eye in a river, and there's something about time travel. I don't remember the specifics. It sounded really intriguing. To me, it's the Victor Santos cover that really kind of catches my eye on that. I haven't read it. It's one I do want to check out, though. We get the Perhapanauts Triangle #1. I think we've done some reviews of this. I haven't, but some other people on our site have, and they've really enjoyed this series. So, some cool sci-fi on that. North Bend Season 2, #3. Oh man, I wasn't that too thrilled on the first issue, so I never checked out the second. I could be talked into checking it out, though. Like, if folks really say I need to give it a chance, I'm willing to do it. Okay, so this one I'm really pumped about. I loved that Zero issue. I've been kind of excited to, and been hoping for that first issue in this Soul take. It's about a girl who has superpowers. Her mom's a superhero in a world where superheroes are outlawed. They're kind of underground. Yeah, it just seems like a really, really cool series. I loved the Zero issue. It's supposed to be geared towards younger readers, which kind of shocked me because the Zero issue did not feel like it was geared towards younger readers. Beyond the Beyond, don't know too much about this. I love this cover, though. It's a variant cover. Variants are always a cool thing. I actually love the title. I think Beyond the Beyond is just such a cool creative title. A little amazed it hasn't been used yet. Impossible Jones #4. Been a great series. Very Mike Allred vibe off of it. With a cool superhero villain world. Just been really digging this series. This is a good one to check out. Playthings. I believe we did a review of this one on our site. I didn't review it. Not the biggest horror fan. One of the other folks did. He really, really enjoyed it from what I remember. Should I give it a chance? Sound it off in the comments if I should. Rad Wraith. Also from Black Caravan. I haven't read this one. This is what, honestly, like, the cover kind of turned me off. I'm not trying to knock it. It just doesn't seem like something I would be into. Again, willing to try it if you all talk me into it. And that could be as simple as, no, I really enjoyed it. You should check it out. So yeah, like, I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying it's a bad comic. It just doesn't. This is one that I would see on the shelf and go, okay, and go on. Just not necessarily something that jumps out to me. Okay, Ranger Stranger. I loved the first issue. A bunch of series of short comics had me laughing and crying. I was laughing so hard. I think the second issue came out last week. We need to go and review that. A King's Vengeance. #2, first issue was really interesting. Evil arises, king gets killed, trying to confront. It was kind of like this weird fantasy world where they like rode dinosaurs, and it was cool. The second issue, I believe, came out last week, so we're gonna want to check that out. I think it was last week or the week before. These are all pretty recent. It doesn't seem like anything that's coming up for release. It's all stuff that has just come out. And then we got Cities of Magic #1. It was like 2 warring families in Magic City. Kind of like a New York City riff, I believe. First issue, I believe, also came out last week or the week before. As you see on this, variant cover. Variant's always a good thing. This is one I really wanted to check out, so hopefully we'll go back and look at that. And then we get The Shepherd, the Valentine #1. I feel like this has been released as well, out a couple weeks ago. Intriguing. The Shepherd, I read like the first, I think, 1 or 2 issues of the first volume, and it was good. Like, I think it was definitely the first issue. I think I read this second one. It was entertaining. It was definitely different, weird, kind of horror-ish. Kind of remind me of Shadow Man a little bit. But you know, it had some potential on it. You know, just so much you can read at a time. Again, want me to review it? Leave comments in what you all want me to review. All right, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 comics. I was close. I said 13 before. 12 comics, all in my hand from Scout. As I said, like, if you're into indie comics, if you want kind of like a cool way to collect some indie comics, get some runs on stuff, read some series, and just collect comics, I think this is a great way of going about it. You always, there's surprises in every single one of stuff I wasn't necessarily expecting to enjoy, and then find out I really, really enjoy. You can go get yours. We got a link underneath this video where you can purchase your own, not affiliate link. We just think this is really, really cool and support it if you're into Scout Comics. If you're into Scout Comics, of course, you can check our site, graphicpolicy.com, every day for the latest news, reviews, previews, and more comics in general. And, of course, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.